thinking it's probably the worst style to be playing on Abyss unless you're fast pushing out the other side of the map.
Fnatic and you miraculously win 5 rounds every time, regardless.
Yes, but Fnatic are also playing Breach, which does change the setups quite a lot. But I want to see SEN, if they are going to play retake, fast fight for, you know, one side of the map or fast push out mid, catch the lurker, play retake like that, not just allow XLG to wander into sight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'd love to see them go for some like trap plays to re-clear through mid, pick Happyway. It makes your job so much easier when you actually do play that retake.
Yeah, and my eyes also go towards John QT as well. You know, against Giant X, I think Cloud definitely had his number, especially we've talked about this Haven already. I want to see what he's going to bring out on Abyss, especially on the attack side. I think SEN still on paper, they should be favored, right? They should not
Absolutely.
They should not be eliminated this early on in a tournament.
No, it would honestly be shocking. And for an IGL who came into Tier 1, won the first ever global event he went to, won the first regional league match or tournament that he possibly could. Now I think that pressure is on to rekindle that. Here are the comps though, and it's nothing too exciting. It's going to be that the double controller stuff here again.
Nomad Jet is kind of intriguing. I mean, both teams are playing very similar comps. The double duelist look for XLG, as you were saying, Yinzu, does make more sense, but Nomad doesn't normally play the Jet for them.
No.
I mean, again,
No,
though,
man.
it comes down to Raga and Noman whether or not they can just hit shots, I think. A lot of this on defense side is going to be them posted up on aggressive angles. Can they grab a Sentinels player and back off, or is SEN just going to run them over?
Yeah.
That's a great question, and he's locked it in. Yeah, I thought it was just the hover.
No, he's sending it. On the other side, Zekken's going to be playing the Jet. We have seen very little Zekken Jet of late. He's almost always playing that Yoru these days, so I'm excited to see him back on that role and what he can do.
Narrate also could go for the double dive, so you get that combo of Zekken Narrate with the TPs in on A or even on top site of B inside of smoke. There's a lot of aggressive stuff that SEN can do if they get past the duelists.
I can't wait to see this, so let's get into game. Please join me and welcome Pansy and Hypox to Paris.
Thank you so much, Yinzu, the desk, leading on us into this one. Mike, first things first, unknown territory here, really, when we're thinking about this map, we're thinking about these teams. Where do you stand in this?
I mean, I think overall, I've got to go with it being favored towards Sentinels, but there's certainly, because even actually just listening to Narrate giving some insight there about having confidence issues on stage. Sentinels?
When's that?
Yeah, I mean, that is a major concern for me, I guess, as a visual test. Obviously, whether or not there was any sort of underestimation of Giant X, we'll have to see. But with XLG, we know how much they've got to play for today. Coming in with a composition that on map 1 can hopefully try and set the tone in that regard. We'll see with Sentinels here with this.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Util to cycle through here, but expect Narrate to still play quite aggressively.
I just want to see SEN look a little bit more switched on. Know what they're doing, understand their win cons and play to it. I think that Giant X game was very much in the forefront of my mind, especially on that Haven that potentially we could go to here if it goes to distance. However, as it stands, Sentinels going through the motions on the attacking side. Spike is down, no threat so far, so we're into retake time.
Not a lot burnt up on the way in either, Sentinels. So XLG diligent here, gets themselves potentially some clean kills.
Yeah, Zekken.
Big ping.
Oh, this is huge for him. He's set into motion, but gets nothing for it. All the information in the world and no kill off the back. So still with 4 standing, XLG start applying the pressure. Backline though is being controlled. The spike is going to be difficult to threaten with Bang's positioning. He's still got to get past 1. And he's a brave boy, is Bang. He knows what he's done in the time, playing to the tune so well. Beautiful.
Let's go, boys.
Down to the wire on a Red Bull clutch here for Bang to kick things off.
That was calm from him.
Yeah, very, very collected. Like I said, that's what I've got my eye on as well. They're potentially able to get back into that comfort. And we know they're so vibes dependent. An opener like this, certainly with a clutch. Pumping just a little bit.
Ooh, what's up, Yuli? What's up, Archangel? My brother. Yo, what's up, Soft? My 3 brothers.
The kill one way or the other could have really swung things back in their favor.
I'll be on cam here in a second. Wait, yeah, what is that? There must be some sort of timer on it or something.
I do want to be looking at Raga as well. One of those.
Where is he?
be looking at the likes of Braga here. Noman as well to an extent, but again,
Alright, they get the plant anyway. I wonder when Riot is going to do something about people jumping off the map. It's such ugly Valorant. Just got home from Las Vegas. Had to go to the department clinic for my back this morning. Did you hurt it in Vegas, Archangel?
To be so open about it, but you're almost elevating the expectations of everybody else. Then there's probably only looking from the outside going, oh yeah, he struggled, but here's somebody really.
Alright, give me 1 sec. Be right back.
Yeah, themselves.
And then the camera's on.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, again, talented man. You just got to see it on a stage like this, right? So into the bonus, and well, it's well-rounded here, and Delta's so close to that ult very early on, very direct approach towards the A site. Zekin going to set the tempo and take the space, but threading the needle. It's Viva nicely positioned here, could get a couple more, and does. Divides and conquers. XLG flawless in round 3.
Well, 5 off the map in the previous, and nobody falling here. A little bit of a gap here between Zekin and the reinforcements, so able to isolate them. Well, Zekin's really unlucky not to find this opener, to be honest with you. I don't think it necessarily makes it any easier for Sentinels to follow through, but a well-invested bonus, well handled by XLG here.
It didn't look threatening at all,
No.
really. There was very little fight back, but also, again, if we're looking at Raga individually, I do want to see Zekin having a good game here. Want to see Narrate actually find a bit of that form that I've thoroughly enjoyed watching him during that regular season, start to get more and more involved in. However, first buy round. Looks like,
Spot him.
yeah, Raga very sharp on that, isolating Narrate. But Zekin wants to continue. Now, does Raga expect a follow-up? It's going to be a no, and a swift execution as Zekin going to take the space and drop another body. Zekin just slicing through the map.
Yeah, opening a ton of space and a ton of options now for Sentinels. You can see the spike making its way over in the hands of Zelsis towards B. Zekin's still here, keeping a couple of players interested. They want to try and deal with him as quickly as possible, but he's causing real issues.
He's done so well, and he's still going. Getting 3 up middle like that is unreal.
At the Titans game.
He opened up that path towards B side. Plant's now in play.
Were you cheering very hard, Archangel?
More than their work cut out.
A little ahead of the curve. I don't know, he's trying to find something here. Way on journey across the.
They need a mistake near on from SEN or a distraction. Last player standing. I don't know if that was good enough. At this point, Sentinels just counting down the time.
No, Fuzzy, I'm not tired of it.
Want to expect Sen to be able to police this area effectively enough. Bang, gonna catch him on the retreat. Sen up to 3 now. Well handled in.
Let's go, Sen. This is what we like to see. I was working, picked up a cooler full of bottled water, put it on my police car. Oh no.
Huddled together.
Zekin's so slick. Almost over-delivering on that third, right? Like,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
throwing them away
Like I said,
was more than enough.
even if he doesn't get the third, he's kept 2 people there long enough, and actually, Sentinels, I guess, still a little conscious of an extra body elsewhere on the map, but tomorrow get the plant down, even so. Zekin's teed that up perfectly.
Okay, so is the operator the cure for their woes?
Maybe not initially, if they can. I'm going to be putting it towards the A side of the map. Again, Sentinel focus shifts towards mid, though.
Enemy marked.
Zekin was seen.
I don't think so, no. Not much to do from this position just yet, but maybe apply a little pressure towards Viva.
I mean, Viva, it's going to be half.
Woo! Zelsis shooting.
Very disciplined on the extremities here. This is a well-rounded default.
If Zelsis is shooting,
1-3-1.
Sentinels are going to dominate.
The XLG want info. They want to feel in control of something. So they go for a little look.
Archangel, I had back spasms for a long part of my life. I absolutely feel the back stuff here.
This is
Certainly the most
solid.
vocal, but
Yeah, this is a solid start for him. And has the ult ready. Raga
Gotta go huge.
stands his ground. Brilliant on 2, but overwhelmed in the end. A valiant attempt, but Sen now have the sight. You got to be looking for the plant. What is left for XLG to play retake with? Spike planted.
deploying paranoia here, but a couple players from Sentinels actually commits towards sight. We're going to clear some space. Doubt anybody's going to be moving up from Sentinels here, but John QT going to retreat now, leave Zekken posted forwards.
John QT did just get the dart back online as well, so can see a little bit deeper, but they're happy to leave Zekken in these forward positions, and you might be able to see why. Went for an attempt on it, draws out the paranoia directly on himself almost. Frost being watched by Zelsis, but with the smoke dissipating, they've already made it through. Viva going to take away.
No! What?
Is that? 3 back-to-back.
Bro!
Where the hell did
They can't be throwing that. They can't be throwing that. A 3v4 or a 4v3 and they don't get one trade.
Yeah, and unlucky really for Zekken not to catch on the flash and find a kill. Potentially push a little deeper and slow things down, but once the paranoia comes through, he's isolated.
I mean, you've got a whole back line for a reason, right? This was lovely from
Oh, it was 3v3. Never mind. Oh no, it was 3v4. What a spray transfer. What? Bro is a universal term. But yeah, I had back spasms for a long time in my life.
If that confidence builds, if Braga comes online, if Viva's there, if we get Nomad, pop it into the equation, this gets a little bit more fun.
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
One member of XLG to be on guard towards A main.
Listen, I need this game to be over in 21 minutes so we can get the
More standard approach. Get that mid pressure.
Yeah, and again with this composition, it's so easy to just block up and not actually burn up all of your utilities, so you can quickly pivot away elsewhere. Side of Sentinels. Right here. Still intrigued if anybody from XLG's brazen to go exploring out with how present Sentinels will be. I was going to say, Narrate's continuing, yeah.
I mean, we can see that he's got, I don't want to say a complete green carpet rolled out, but he's in a great position to punish the rotation. So Zekken taking away one on the side.
Oh my goodness, look where Narrate is.
And with Narrate doing this, it could be marvelous.
Yeah.
For 27 seconds, that spike is still in spawn. Things could go wrong, but it looks like it's going also right. The paranoia potentially perfect too. Not sure if it caught, but he is now a problem. Narrate
Woo!
cleared, and he is raining.
Get the ace, baby.
Time you see Sentinels kind of flip-flopping back and forth.
Trying to find the best Bible quote on "Don't be a judgmental douche" to send to my dad.
I'm good for at least one here, top mid, but doubles down on that then. Happy way. Maybe not expecting. Yeah.
Let he who is without sin cast the first stone, Archangel.
Pan out Sentinel's favor. Got completely blindsided here. Yeah. Actually, one of those rounds that. Hindsight, now whether or not XLG do shift their focus a little more. Again, these for the defensive side, again the mid pushes are never when somebody's showing so much presence early on. Certainly a tough call to make.
I do want to see how then Sentinels layer in their reaction to, right? It's like we're going to maybe expect this to be more presence towards middle of the next couple of rounds because there's been pressure there from us. Now they've been able to slip a player up. Do they start stacking more bodies? Do we then go into more direct sight hits? But again, as much as yes, narrated exceptionally well, I want to highlight how well he did. If Zekken didn't get that kill, he probably wouldn't have had them so worried about positioning.
That's what sets Narrate in motion.
Why wasn't Happy like his teammate just got killed behind him?
Still, the dart to ping and no second player there to really make that position work for them. Yeah. The first domino to fall.
2 to 4. XLG gonna have to suffer through this round in a bit of a weak position financially, but hopefully they can find a bit of an answer, Mike.
Yeah, but looking to dip their toes potentially now with Nomad shifting across his Happy way. Viva now switching his position up ever so slightly, but inventory here obviously consideration to make. Happy way can get done with the Guardian here.
Early on. Now last round we did see this exploration on the extremity. Does that get caught? It looks like the Aldrone's about to go. What does Raga do with this? Play it forward, he does. Tries to.
No, what a play.
Finds Zelsis. Kind of expecting it was going to be John QT on a platter, but still going to get his and back away.
On the other side.
Oh man, this is a chance. It was really, really fine. And now Coconut's position is thoroughly considered, and you're not going to get much more. Sentinel's in a very kind of, I don't want to say standardized, but very methodical approach there.
Yeah.
Very, very considered.
Yeah, very disciplined.
Yeah.
Smoke drop here, not being caught off guard, but still 3 left to deal with, and 2 rifles per se.
He's going to have to bank on the rate to help out, and he does the synergy here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Initial kill that came in on Zelsis, but the reaction was just stunning. We're seeing Sentinels looking like they're crossing the T's and dotting the I's.
Yeah, certainly now this buy round is probably the one you're most concerned about for XLG. That really could cause things to come apart for the rest of this half at least. Sentinels seem to have got, yeah, I mean, it's probably why we see a timeout here. It's a lot to consider, especially from a coaching perspective.
How upset do you think XLG is? They slayed the monster that was that was Sentinels, and now they have to go back against them.
Actually, it does become a little more concerning when you talk about, confidence issues and stuff coming into question marks. So in that regard, big credit to Sentinels to get themselves up to 5 already.
Yeah. And again, for Sen, I feel like, I don't want to say a rude awakening because it feels a little bit too obvious almost, but that Giant X game, they got outdone, like completely and utterly.
Yeah, yeah.
Haven to me, I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of my head, and I know that...
Well, I mean, there's Giant X still living the fever dream. So, like, I think also, I mean, certainly for me, even I'm very impressed, obviously, up until the finals in the EMEA, but then coming out and still continuing their form here is still a question I had. So,
yep.
I don't even think it was an underestimation on Sentinel side. I just think Giant X are continuing to deliver what feels like the impossible for them, but that's a discussion for another
Cheap
day.
followers on stream, boo?
Operators back in play. We saw that
Ban.
away on the externality push from that A site when they wanted that deeper line. Now, does SEN go into a more standardized approach? After all of that mid-pressure, it feels like the right reaction. A couple of bolts to play in, and Raga trying to stand his ground. Only for so long, though, has to dip away and respect this.
Big pace change coming out, actually. On the back of the divide, it will be a clean plant here. Raga unable to get anything ahead of the TP. Bang. Oh my
Dude,
God,
Valorant timing is insane, bro.
Should have heard that.
No.
Still good for it, though.
Yeah, I can't believe he got away with that. That looked like it was locked in, and now Narrate's feeling the pressure as well. It's starting to get a little bit dicey on the site. Raga closing the gap, wanting to get into the brawl, but there's a player still...
Dude, what?
What is that from Raga? Right, head first forward. Flash through the smoke. Oh my God. He's got the
Oh.
real from Zelsis, but a man can only do so much.
Oh. That's right. Good call. Good call, Soft. What a noob commentary. What noob commentary. I'm never going to get hired, bro. I'm never going to get hired.
That Flash has some worries.
I'm going to apply to do an official watch party, and they're going to be like, ooh, you confused Giant X with XLG. You're out, buddy. You're out, buddy.
That's it. Yeah, who do I kill?
Okay, round back for XLG.
Just to know as well, it's a big win out versus Bang Bang. It's such a crucial late round piece to this setup, which is what kind of next player falls on site for SEN, they know they have to commit towards an engagement. And then with an operator getting a kill from the back lines, it makes that post plant so uncomfortable.
Okay, so a test towards B at a faster tempo, looks like a test towards A. You noted before, it has been Happyway isolated here a couple of times, right? Solo hold almost, Viva's come over, playing from up top, deep flash TP in. Viva gets involved, tries to that little bit of a gap they found earlier on, playing in between the smokes there. This time SEN all too aware, allowing for the plant to come into play, and the final 3 players don't get much of a say about this. A very hard retake.
Yeah, it is. The Sentinel's a man to the good. Well, they're barely clinging to life, but
Still a gun in the round.
yep. See this Command going to slow things down as well.
Still got a flash too. Nade there.
It's Raga utility that's the concern here.
Away we go. Okay.
Man, Zelsis was ready for that.
Standing his ground and keeping control, and you look at the
Raga and No Man, they running. They leaving.
XLG. I thought this could be a nice building moment for them if they got 2 back-to-back. It's not going to be working out in this way.
Yeah. Another example, actually, something that just highlighted, Narrate willing to actually plug the gap, that slight adjustment from what we saw earlier on in the half year to give Zekken a little bit of support. That gap a little smaller.
Yeah.
I really think after the spike explodes, they need to change what the site looks like.
He's not caught by it. I believe Narrate was.
Nice seeing this 1-2 punch coming out from Sen as well. This kind of Narrate, Zekken combo, as you said, closing in on the gap, making sure that space isn't as usable as it was early on. So very diligent adjustment. 6 rounds now to Sentinel's name. They've already got to be pretty happy with this. This is a good look from them.
They need as many as they can on attack.
Obviously, but
not getting much with it.
Yeah, I mean, Nomad not finding much of anything, to be honest with you. With this investment now, you've got to make it work. And they're just so terrified of these 2 smokes in mid. Again, now Sentinels not even posting anybody behind them, but it's a big question mark on the map.
The conditioning's been fantastic, right? They pressured mid early. They kind of taught XLG to be scared of it, and now they're going for these more directed site hits, which are kind of theory crafted. This time, though,
No way! Did he just get flashed by his own teammate?
Had a little stumble, had a little trip, but don't worry, the 1-2 punch is still in play, and the flash is pretty solid too. Forces him away, but then goes for the swing on the left. Look back towards the right, then up on top, it's Zelsis. Zekken gets to watch
He's just floating.
It's Nomad and Coconut, the last 2 alive. Still with an opportunity, but they need this operator to do some work. We haven't seen it. The Sen is still stuck on this site, right? Not able to back away, but why do they need to? Nomad, do you have something to say about this? 33 HP, prize possession.
I thought he was going to leave.
Spikes down against you.
Yeah, regen doesn't make much of a difference.
Oh, yeah, I guess it does.
Kill could.
It makes it 2 bullets instead of 1 bullet. Come on, bro. Come on. Give me the bald guy's spot.
Zekken taking as long as possible to die here.
Replace 1 bald guy with another bald guy.
Uncomfortable in terms of the approach.
There,
Yeah.
There's not many options now for Nomad, so going to try and keep the operator in, but at this point, 7 rounds for Sen. Looking comfortable. We're starting to see them kind of stretch their legs a little bit. Look like they've got a variety of looks here. As I said, that early conditioning on middle has done them wonders.
For sure, yeah. I think, again, you're asking a difficult question of XLG, especially now that there's round deficit. Maybe it even feels better that you're not really under as much pressure to do so, but it's a long old fall.
Man already died, and I jumped off the map.
Bad day for Zekken.
No fans. Right. Please, show me something with this operator. I want it. Play it in. Take a risk, a gamble. You've got 3 rounds right now. You need a couple more. So going to invest it on the deep line. Now, you're probably hearing some of this utility coming through if you're Zelsis. Probably aware there might be something going on.
Yeah, and the fact that the knife's dealt with so deep as well.
Look how deep this Owl drone is. They've got to know they've pushed up on this extremity heavily.
Yeah, I like the switch up from XLG. Take some control away.
Got to do something.
But Sentinel's going to know kind of in the back of their minds, actually, this means mid's probably a little weaker. There's no way we leave 1 on B.
Raga.
You see, posted up very deep in as Raga to take first contact here. No man spotted as well, so operator will be noted.
Super diligent for Sen to fight back on that space. I like that they did it together.
Oh, come on, dude. Sentinels always lose rounds they shouldn't lose.
Bang and Zekken gone. They've lost out on one of the sides of the approach. Now the difference could be that Narrate slipped up here, right? This is not the first time he's done it. So it looks like there's an awareness from Raga. The penny's dropped.
Yeah, the lack of pressure elsewhere does put XLG in a position to potentially deal with it. Right, not able to run rampant.
He's not alone this time now, though. If he swings his corner, there should be a trade. No, there's not. Coconut
Dude.
does get the kill in the end, but now overwhelmed. They're digging their heels into this. They're not going to let this one go just yet.
Happy way with this. Only a sheriff here could still be overwhelmed.
Lovely time buyer, though. Buy some time for this rotation. 15 seconds. The clock is ticking. Takes the TP. This is beautiful. Keeping them locked in sight. Zelsis going to fall as well. This is excellent from XLG. Fighting for every bit of space they had. But can John QT go clutch in this? 8 bullets to play with and 45 HP. It ain't much to write home about. Takes a gamble on the timing.
No, do you right?
With him.
Ah, nice try, nice try.
There. An XLG against the odds. Making it count.
Great recovery in this round. Again, Raga finding 2. Stop any lurk. Setting in motion here. Zekken. Yeah, checking the map. Maybe just Some off guard there. Well played from again. The TP comes in, able to slip even deeper on, create further pressure, and Delsus actually ends up falling to him due to the early damage.
They're trying to hold on. Give him another round, and I'm paying attention again.
Yeah, for sure.
I started to drift out.
All right, guys. If you're here, this game is definitely not going to be over. But we let the Premier play.
I feel like a much better read in terms of what's going on across the map now.
Absolutely. Here we go. We've seen
What a knife! What?
smoke in, dash through. Zekin going to lead the way. Paranoia in, and then the layers come through, and it's an early flood back. Fever's been rewarded. Celtics can't save him. TP on the flank, but while this happens, the massacre's gone down on the site. There's barely a body left standing for Sen. It's John
Bruh.
brought to his knees in the end. 5 to 7.
Ooh, hey, was it with the band that you're a fan of? I forgot the name of it, Archangel. But were you like the #1 fan?
Able to keep things in check.
Yo, it sounds like your Vegas trip was kind of sick. You know, other than the back injury.
Really rocky, didn't it?
Other than the back injury.
Looks as if they had a decent game plan to approach here, but a couple of these slipped through their fingers.
Yeah, starting to see a little bit more from XLG, and a great time for it to hit. Just before the half, just to get themselves confident, feeling out the game a little bit more.
Give me 1 second. Premieres in 5 minutes. 5
And a
minutes.
girlfriend interview as well. So we can hang up to Lou to run us through that.
Et XLG ont besoin de soutien et Maria justement est là pour ça. No Man's girlfriend Maria is with me now. Thank you so much for joining me. First of all, Maria, it's a pleasure to have you here. And my first question is, I imagine how
I was hoping it was a Sentinel's girlfriend.
watching No Man, playing on the big stage. So how do you avoid crashing out every time?
I mean, crash outs are welcome, but I just manage it by screaming louder.
I think that's a pretty good advice indeed. Donc première question, comment est-ce que tu fais pour pas péter les plombs de stress en fait quand tu vois No Man jouer sur la grande scène? Et ben je stresse quand même pas mal, mais pour le coup je crie plus fort et c'est ça qui m'aide. And second question, we know that players have to dedicate so much of their time to the game and stuff. So how have you guys been handling that together also with what you do?
I mean, relationships are about compromise. As long as I might have my things, he has his own things, and we just support each other.
I think it's a pretty good balance to have indeed. Donc comment est-ce qu'on gère ça finalement, cette frustration, parce que les joueurs pros doivent dédier tellement de leur temps au jeu, donc comment est-ce qu'ils gèrent ça tous les deux? Tout simplement moi j'ai mes trucs, j'ai mes études aussi, lui aussi, et ça fait un espèce d'équilibre qui est très sain. And last but not least, I heard it's not your first time in Paris, so do you have any tips to enjoy the city?
I mean, anywhere you go, I'm big on food, so anywhere you go, don't you worry, food's amazing.
Try stuff, right? What's your favorite thing actually?
Honestly, anything. All of desserts as well.
Food enjoyer, thank you so much. Maria, donc dernière question. C'est pas la première fois qu'elle vient à Paris, elle est plutôt habituée. C'est quoi un petit peu tes conseils? Essayez tout, la nourriture, visitez, voilà, faites-vous plaisir. Thank you so much, Maria, for joining me. And let's see now if XLG...
How much merchandise did you get?
Well, at 7-5, it's not impossible.
No,
they gave
no,
themselves that little bit of room.
Absolutely. Again, initially pretty concerning with how things kicked off. And you see the Coinbase Econ report here.
Yo, that's pretty sick.
I think what's crucial is that turning point where XLG, like I said, were a bit more aware and knew where to shift their focus. Because even on what felt like a kind of broken buy there with the Raga 2-piece with the Sheriff to open things up was one that if you took a snapshot of the minimap, you'd think, yeah, Sentinels have actually got themselves a favourable engagement towards a lesser purchase. They've done the hard work, and in terms of damage control, not actually fallen to XLG's first real showing of commitment to aggression. But then Raga finds two. So again, in that regard, you've got to credit them. So to bring this back to 7-5, certainly not out of the woods just yet.
And some of the concerns with Sentinels...
Wow, all 5 are B. Interesting.
...of retaking and how they were going about it. I guess this is where we get to check in on that. Now, does XLG have what it takes to exploit it? Let's find out. Already Zekin offering out a whole lot of damage. And
Yo, he gets that. Good trade, good trade. Good.
It's the rate holding them back as it stands and keeping the numbers on their side.
Didn't lose the spike either, so a chance to pivot.
Did he sign all the merchandise, Archangel?
Want to really take damage. Well, left standing here at least on Sentinels. Viva planting the seed down, but he does have the spike, so you want to see him a little more cautious here.
So be careful.
Coconut was checking towards a potential flank.
Might as well grab orb. It's free. You're there.
Time to try and
Oh,
add
yeah,
a little bit
yeah,
of doubt or worry. But I like that Sentinels are getting curious and they're doing it together, right? They're wanting to reclear the space
Yeah,
and in a very good time.
No way XLG are going to be anticipating this. Doesn't look like they're going to be picking up the pace at all. It might even be caught in mid here, Lauren.
They absolutely could be. There is a very real opportunity of it. Sentinels so fast on this decision making, and that's what they were waiting for. But okay, it's
Like we got triple swinged at mid from behind. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You want to see very decisive from Sentinels.
and it's when they decided to reclear that space. It wasn't passive or after
I mean, the timing of
utility.
what the one smoke drop and actually sit behind it. As soon as it's down, they're progressing through the map.
Raga and Happyway made it look pretty solid for a
Yeah,
little while, right? Like they made that look competitive on the site. They've been left alone. Who knows? You might have had a little bit more play there.
Make it easy.
That's
There
the
you go.
catchphrase for the half.
Win the pistol.
Okay,
make
well,
it easy.
yeah, you've said it. You've said it.
Everything from now on, easy. All right. Second. You got something here. They've already crossed. Quick, but not quick enough. Gonna have to back away from this. Still have to keep her on site, but it's an early show of force. Now, we only have the Sheriff and Viva. That's about it. Beyond that, it is only classics. On the other side of the map. Zelsta's there. Narrate.
And already, actually, wasn't in now. John T's made his way across towards B, at least.
That's a lot of info. That's a
Yeah,
whole lot of info. And the need to deny the flood up together. This is getting tough for
Yeah.
XLG.
Orb retrieval, but now 50 seconds left on the clock and no progress anywhere, really.
And look
Halted at the first hurdle.
at the back fill coming out from Bang. This is very nice. Doesn't need to overdo it here. Yeah,
Run, Bang.
See him backpedaling because he's realizing, oh, they could all be coming this
Yeah.
way. Sensible work from Bang. Trying to take a
Run,
little
baby.
slow stand on the way through, but not enough to be a threat, right? Trying to play that balance, and it's just about there. So makes it towards the back of the side, does get pinged out, so they know roughly where he is. And they've all got a plan for this.
Oh, hang on. What did that damage go? Was that previous damage? But No Man's down to 18. Delta's nearly catching on the spam here.
But a paranoia primed, I think, with Happyway.
I mean, it has somehow got
Time for a flash.
Yeah, and they're sticking on this one. I quite like what they're
Yo,
trying.
that is so sick.
Lovely paranoia from Narrate, but there's the counter. Primed, ready, and considered. Happyway tries to hold the line. It's Coconut and Nova.
No, dude. No way.
Again, these
Uh,
they get creative. They get down and dirty. It works brilliantly.
I said a little concerning to get into a 5v5 in the post there, but
just so you guys can hear it.
paranoia to just create absolute chaos on the way in. And then No Man strikes at the perfect moment.
The intro is different on this one. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ain't EMEA, so
Welcome to Free Advice Guy. I'm Luke Alter, Free Advice Guy. We're back in Old Town Scottsdale. We love these people. We love these vibes. We're hoping to have conversations and maybe change people's lives. Welcome back.
Phantom in hand.
All right.
Gods.
We pause there. We pause there.
The sacrificial rifle. Just one round now, separating them.
This is much closer than I think. I don't say a lot of us expected. I think I was quite surprised and impressed with XLG.
Okay, one of my YouTube streams went down. That's not cool.
Right, like if you put it in context,
That's exactly, yeah. To come out here and have to play against Paper X and Sentinels,
it ain't easy.
nobody's putting themselves in those shoes.
No, it's
So
tough game.
cut them a little bit of slack, but I think, you know, I mean, I'm already concerned if we tie things up here. And Sentinels are losing round twos, for example, and
This is game on.
yeah.
This is already game on.
So this
I'm
is-
loving what we're seeing.
Whoops. Sorry,
An
Archangel.
elimination game that gets close like this, that might test.
I'll check that in a second.
XLG could have the opportunity to truly upset, but it's only an opportunity. Still trailing on the score.
We'll take
Has
it
to
with both
show,
hands.
yeah, they have to show a bit of potential into the rifle rounds as well, right? We've seen it kind of early ones that kind of getting a little cheeky, kind of playing a little unorthodox, works really well with them. Now Zekken up on the operator. right side of the map for this.
Nice.
Scary, though. Divide comes up.
Whoa, how'd he miss that?
He gets away. I thought he might have been caught then, but no. Dividing up the site comfortably. Does anyone dare disrespect Narrate's having to think about?
Oh my god.
Narrate. Balls of steel in this one.
He knows about the second.
Finds Raga, looks for the plant, but he can't find him.
Oh, he got stuck in a bad spot.
Gonna catch him on that push-up in the end. Plant now in a 4v4.
A chance there for Narrate to go absolutely nuclear, but threat dealt with now, and with an operator in hand makes it pretty difficult unless XLG give a kill away.
I'd like to see Narrate's reaction.
Does not have the dart, no knife yet for Zelsis, just about coming back in. They need something as that next step forward to springboard toward the site. And this is going to start looking late in the day. Sentinel's got to get a move on, and they're getting given nothing. Apart from a quick death, I guess, from Happyway. That's about it. Takes down 2 before falling. Tees up Viva. John QT is out of there. This is great from XLG.
Forced to hold on to the operator now. He traded out. Zekin could try and find something towards site, but that utility not even getting them across the first hurdle. XLG with a vice-like grip in the post plant.
This is quite exciting to me.
It's so tough for Narrate here as well, because it's like, you guys in position, if I get 2 here, it's like, who do I pick? Do I pick the Astra outside? I can say Raga down. Unfortunately,
You guys are kicking ass, bro.
yeah.
They actually are. No word of a lie.
And actually, when we're talking about them winning out some of the scrappy rounds, actually a nice, clean post-plant hold like this,
Now that,
where it didn't feel like an awful lot of pressure other than Narrate, it's certainly a big tick in the box.
oh yeah.
Alright, so this is XLG's map.
Having a quiet game. He's only on the 6 kills. He's not exactly the headliner, but Viva, gotta say for me, the impact of his work has been lovely to watch. Now, Sentinels, gonna let XLG take the lead on you now? That's the question. The buy's still here. Yes, it's gonna be missing some elements. Got 2 Bulldogs rather than obviously what they'd want to have, but one away from John's ult. On the other side, Viva, one off as well. One away for Raga too.
Utility from Bang here would imply they're going to challenge the pop on main, potentially. Again, it's an Astra alongside a Jet. Certainly doesn't feel comfortable. Second posted up with the operator.
Here he comes. He's looking to commit towards the side for now. Oh,
Yeah!
a full-on shot in the dark, and it's rewarded. Raga, who's been nasty. Oh, but look at Bang.
What is Bang doing there, bro?
Thought you were going to be able to get a chase onto one of them? No, absolutely not. So at this point, you're starting to look at XLG clutching onto straws.
Yeah.
What else do they have here?
Bang's done well to get out of sight as well. From QT going to maybe pave the way and actually set the paranoia in motion. Beautiful isolation on Coconut here now. Viva feeling the pressure as well.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Nice, let's go, clean.
Play back in. Looking
Clean, baby, clean. Clean like my head.
Every kill has about 4 names beside it.
yeah, maybe an indicator of some composure coming back in. I mean, a beautiful opener here from Zekin. Again, Bang just unnoted inside this smoke. And that's when it does look good with a Jet alongside an Astra, somebody able to tuck inside, especially with Zekin dashing away immediately.
So
kind of eggs XLG into the site.
Couple more of those, but I'm so happy we're getting a good game between these two. I was worried it was going to be a bit of a blowout. I know that sounds silly or maybe even disrespectful, but you know, you try and take things in context, and you saw the start of it, I thought, oh. But XLG putting up a performance, fight back now from SEN. This is what it's about. Viva with the ult, Raga with the ult. Big potential combo on this one as well. He's straight up the guts. Raga trying to get in between them. Zekin, no.
Yo!
Was that on just the end of the ping there?
Nah, that's ridiculous. Zekin. I've got to see that back in slow-mo because I'm too old to understand what happened. But Raga's now just become the bouncer, right? He's got an operator there. Dips away, but controls a lot of space.
Tough for Sentinels to break back in here, but Divide committed, Hunter's Fury committed.
Oh,
they
but
found way in. Narrate found an opener.
And that's a good tag as well, so a bit of information. Narrate's the one who's a problem. They can't clear him comfortably, but look at the post-plant positioning, Mike. They're still on site. They didn't fall back super deep, so they are going to get cornered. There's a chance they could fight in, but that's brilliant from Narrate. That's what you need from the back line. And now down to 1. He counts.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Zelsis with 1 health.
Zelsis there gets the defuse.
Continuing to look composed in some of these high-pressure scenarios. Things where rounds get a little scrappy, a little messy in terms of expectations, but Narrate does so well. Is it on the end of the ping?
Yeah.
This is a dark spies.
And he just comes back
just
in.
catches him.
Brutality.
Bonk.
I mean, gotta say though, Narrate, enemy remaining, I think for me was the difference maker. As much as John QT did really well on site, the pressure from Narrate's positioning makes it near on impossible unless they try and fight forward or, you know, those really last-minute calls that are very, very hard to do on the fly. Narrate, yeah, for me, absolutely outstanding in that round.
First real look for XLG towards mid. Start here with rifles in hand. Ooh, yeah, actually, no one's going to be pinged out here. Not dealing with the dart. That's a ton of information, even just to know somebody this far forward. Beautiful flash up, though.
Yo!
Was he just sat just behind the wall, so he was able to evade the flash? I loved what they were trying to do.
Beautiful little pop
that was
there.
Super nice little pocket play just called for, but John QT, positioning of a god, no problem. Oh, man. And that's put XLG right back to the drawing board. From the start to the end of this round, it feels like they need someone to over-deliver massively.
Oh, no.
Zekken on duty. You don't normally get 2 shots towards Zekken like that. This man still massively impressive to my eye, but Narrate here.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Dangerous. Life defined by the smoke. Pop flash in, dart in, and a good spam. Actually, gives away a little bit of the position here, trying to apply that pressure. Narrate's still going to be gatekeeping that push towards the site. They can't split between them. Zekken now turns, but Happyway, once out of danger, gets the spike and gets back to site. That is a bold move from him.
Quick reactions from Happyway.
Wait, why is that a bold move? He had to go get the spike.
They're going to have to go against the odds, right? A 2v3.
Yeah.
Util not back yet for John QT or Zelsis, though.
Yeah, but 2 flashes to work with to at least get them towards site now.
They're going to need someone to hit a mad shot, though, from XLG. Coconut left on his own as well on site. Happyway can't really help. The smokes are in place. Already the fuse started, and Coconut tries to get a shot in, but he's just being pressured. But under pressure, they shine, leaving Zelsis to find both of them, and he can't do it.
I was going to say it out loud, but I didn't want to be negative, but I thought they were going to lose that round.
Every time, Mike, it's every time. Be it weaker weapons, up against bigger numbers. It doesn't matter. They keep doing this. And what a disastrous start.
Yeah, this was... it's just out of line of sight. John QT, so passive, defensive on his position. What a I'd love to know if that was just a reactionary in the back of, I've been pinged, let me go.
Yeah.
let me go.
Armor.
Yeah.
Armor. That was a quick call on the fly, though. Again, yeah, it didn't work out, but it was a nice little concept, right? That could... Look, if someone was a little bit sloppier and it wasn't John QT, you might have had a bit more, but... He's already fallen off the map.
I was going to say, careful on that ledge.
They're going to need the little, like, you know, the training bars on the sides.
The bowling.
Yeah.
But the barrier's up for him.
Come on. And Wayne, just for the pop back contact, it looks like as well. So punish if someone did go that way. There is no contact here, however. You can see how deep they're holding. On the other side, Raga waiting very far back.
There are still rifles outside of Zekken's knives, so I expect XLG to be pouncing on the opportunity to start this round, but this could be awkward timing considering the minimap right now.
Yeah. I was wondering if Zelsis' flash got hurt. It should have been. I think Raga might have been just close enough. And now they're backfilling the space very well. Now, a little bit of pressure towards B, but it wasn't much. But there is still 3 players here. They didn't fall too far away. My eyes are on Zekken. It's on Bang. It's on Zelsis. But they've been met with a lot of force. 40 seconds. I don't think they like what they're seeing here.
No. Zekken throws knives in there. I can see, yeah, Happyway's taking some damage, but through the smoke. 30 seconds left now. They're scrambling for a rotation.
They're going to leave Raga here for now. Can he catch one on the way out? Still trying to show something, puff up the chest and look a little more intimidating. But as it stands, XLG are in the right place and they've inserted a lurker. I like this. Draw the players over towards A, but you've got to be ready. And that wasn't clean enough. Big punish.
Go get that gun.
Chance for the retake now. Red carpet rolled out and Narrate still waiting.
Big kill.
Fever can't escape the site. No man next in line. 4 players now. Sharp.
Yo.
Enough again. Sentinels bulldozering their way back through. As 5. You're not going to get it.
Woo! A nice little flawless. A nice little flawless.
It's almost when it gets more chaotic in the post XLG is where they dig a little deeper here. I mean, Zekken's actually ahead of the curve a little bit. They're split in rotation. Able to isolate one potentially here for Happyway, who, again, usually fairly on point. And that could be the round, well, at least the retake slowing down massively there. If they're held up in mid.
Right on the spacing, though. Again, you know what I mean? Sacrificial work almost from Zekken just swinging out. He only had the pistol, I think, by that point. And good spacing. I think it was Zelsis to come around that second spot. And already teed up for that trade. Again, I like what XLG were doing, though. I don't think it's necessarily a bad plan what they're up to. I think they've looked quite solid in this. But you're still going to get rounds like that from Sentinels. Just whether or not we see the consistency as we are into the timeout now, it looks like. Not sure who called this one. There we go. XLG. Trying to maybe feel they're running a little low on options or just a check-in.
And not something I usually note, but Sentinel's not using a timeout yet, so feeling still at least happy, fairly confident, or at least, you know, from the outside looking in, happy with what, you know, they're hearing in comms, and again, still an opportunity to check in at least alongside XLG calling, but Sentinels only 2 rounds ahead. All things considered, hasn't felt comfortable.
No.
XLG able to, I guess, tap into being the anomaly in some of these rounds, or the ability to defy some of the odds that have been stacked against them, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm on
and overall in the series as well. But we come back to the same thing. Last time we saw the timeout was ahead of a very crucial round for XLG. And you can repeat the exact same here. Bladestorm in hand. They've scraped together rifles elsewhere. One away for Coconut. So a big tool at their disposal potentially. But this is Sentinels on the brink of finding 12. And XLG being left broke.
Big round. I don't think he's going to find a soul, but the XLG are here. And Narrate playing a little bit up closer, and Narrate really taking the reins and some of the, I guess, expectations of damage when it comes to this as well. Because Zekken's not having a hot game. You know when he does. Trust me, you can't miss it. But in his stead, Narrate's absolutely picked up that mantle. So standing in the way of their B approach, if they do decide to continue this way, which it looks like they're working back to. But the implication of middle has just happened.
Smoke down side B as well. XLG still huddled behind it. Raga.
They got 3 people ready for Raga.
Free card unless he's got a line up towards somewhere else now will be noted. But again, no TP away from this, so
they get the timing right to then work up towards B, get that pinch on the site itself. Noman does manage to go through. You're waiting for the next couple of players to trail up to this. Do they get caught? Narrate waiting. He's been good at this one, but No Man's done well here. Much better from XLG, but Narrate still alive, gives him just that little bit of hope in this. Takes a chance, but the spike's now down, 4v3.
Now, rare situation where XLG actually have the numbers advantage here after the spike coming down, yeah.
Well, I'm scared when Narrate's here, man. Like, this guy has been naughty.
Faking the TP this time, but now actually committing to the second.
Finds a bit of space too with that divide, but Coconut, very heads up. Raga does catch second. One of the most prettier fashions, but job done for XLG, Mike. Still within touching distance.
Job done.
Keeping their head just above water here. Keeping Sentinels in check. Being curious, again, No Man getting away with a couple of goals. I mean, the kill from Coconuts, yeah.
Yep.
Can't really account for those ones.
Nice, boys!
Nice, boys!
Confidence too. That up nice and high after timeout now. Now
we're feeling the pressure a little bit, yeah.
Now keep in mind, during the other timeouts, obviously they were able to talk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right, but this now implies, okay, something's happened we don't like. Right, we need to get this on back in touching distance. This should never have been this close.
When you talk about it, I mean, you and I were talking about the comp just before. It's like it doesn't lean towards Sentinel's hard anchoring sides, but a few times they are happy to. They can catch somebody ahead of the smoke. Zekken catching somebody in the smoke.
Yep.
That's sort of the condition for them to go, right, guys, yes, commit to a second. Maybe if we've still got 2 on site, we'll play for a 2-for-1. That's absolutely fine. But here, XLG are able to just walk onto site with a Bladestorm and create themselves an advantageous position, which hasn't been repeatable for them. That's where they've struggled. We've even been looking at 5v5s or XLG playing from behind in the post. So curious to know what really is the catalyst for that decision to go quite back and forth for Sentinels, or truth be told.
they do coming out of a timeout like this?
Yeah, they're not too sweating in terms of economy here. One away from Hunter's Fury with John QT, but rifles across the board, regens here, but Zelsis does have the null command.
It's going to be patient for XLG, a slow beginning. Maybe expecting there could be aggression or, you know, something a little bit cheesy after a timeout. You don't want to get caught off guard by any silliness, so go through the motions, right? Viva, drone out. Going to note one towards tower. Zekken patrolling on site. Paranoia's in. They are going to have to go on this one now. Bango slips into that smoke. We've been waiting for this, but it gives away the position. Still gets his man. I thought he had another. Noman quickly puts him to bed, but it's a 4v4 post plant.
This time Bang only getting away with one, but not able to retrieve. Zelsis now a key player for Sentinels in terms of having his ultimate and a ton of utility to work with.
How do they play this? They don't have a lurk. XLG are purely in this one now. We're going to need an individual. Noman trying to shoulder up.
Paranoia again off the drone, potentially?
It's looking pretty much like it, yeah, and Zelsis going to flash this corner. Does get turned, but not fast enough.
Huge! Let's go!
It's only Coconut with so much to do. A 1v4. Impossible, yeah. At this point, I think it is Sentinels maintaining that utility, Mike. It was so perfect for the playback in.
Again, even then, once you know there's some util use, you know he's so deep outside of the side to be able to do that. Everybody almost crumbling on site here. Overwhelmed, just perfectly planned by Sentinels. Almost a carbon copy as previous, like I said on the.
What region is XLG?
Paranoia in here and just swept off the site.
But these were the rounds that XLG looked almost the most dangerous in. The broken buys, the odds against them. These were the ones
China?
that got under SEN's skin. It ain't safe yet. But one away now from Sentinels to get that first map under the belt. See how it looks in the start. Big info.
Yeah, John QT considering a Hunter's Fury there, but gonna hold on to it for the time being. Just not feeling confident about the angles.
Yeah, and Yoru can TP, Jet can dash, so.
Now becomes a fairly big late round piece actually on the back of maybe the second dart. Switch up here once more in terms of who's on site towards A.
We're running a little fake here. Looks like it. Now they're going to hear the drone.
Well, this is the thing with XLG's hit towards A. I don't think Sentinel's necessarily going to bite on this.
Now you're looking at very deep position already for John QT. They have got two on the side, right? You're still going to catch two on the knife. That's quite convincing.
Yeah.
And you can see the paranoia about middle. John QT just put his dart towards that. So they're still thinking it might be this A split through mid potentially, but Zekken caught in the trap. He's got problems, but he's sticking around, and that's why. Happy Way goes down in the rate now. Side by side, catching a bounding Nomad. Back-to-back damage for Sen. Looking fully in control. And Zekken quick on it as well. Not to be caught out. Raga and Viva. Oh,
GG's. Let's go.
So damn good. 13-10. A flawless finish in the final round. Sentinels got pushed here though, Mike. They got pushed.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, XLG putting up a very good fight here, making Sentinels sweat for sure. We'll have to see if this continues into map 2 after the break.
My fan already died, and I jumped off the map. It's dead. I know. I'm not going for this. Of course he's not going. He's hit 120, bro. Bunch of pick on the other team, bro.
Now that I'm a mom, things are different. Verizon's different too. They let everyone in my family choose different plans. We get what we want and we save money. Love that for me.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Esports World Cup, where we are starting off with Valorant.
If you want to win, you have to win against the best. So looking for revenge.
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation. Heretics have come back all the way. Finally, we won. Finally.
My stream is lagging? Well, something is clearly wrong because my YouTube stream is down. At least one of them is down. What type of lag is it? Like, am I just behind? Great. I don't even know what to do then. I don't even know what to do. Like, am I choppy? Is the game choppy? Tell me a little bit more. Man, really? It's like every time I stream on Twitch, I have an issue, man. Really enjoyed your recent streams. My colleagues and I would love to join your next one. Do you have a schedule available? Feel free to contact me on Discord. Hey, Waleus, are you real? I'm actually going to mute this in case YouTube gets me in trouble. And it's back.
I want to go back to it. I want to keep playing it. So kudos to him.
Yeah, awesome. We also saw you having a little baguette action with Hubert. I have to ask about that because Lou told us you're not supposed to waste French food. Is that a good way of using the baguette?
I think it's incredible. You know, incredibly important for my mental health, which people should care about. And who says?
Oh man, he hit him with a good line. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go cry and see if anything is better with Twitch.
Well, we've got Cuba here on the desk, and he said he doesn't appreciate that. We've also got Dan and Zeish, the assistant coach of KC. First of all, thank you for letting us be in your arena. It's been great. And second of all, I heard that you and Tomazzi specifically turned up here today to support Narrate. Is that true?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, we miss him a lot, so we need to come and like watch him playing, so we can give him like some.
My frames have been dropping every 2 minutes.
Just before the match, he was doing hurts to me after map 1.
If it was hate watching, then
What is this?
I will say though, he's not lying because we briefly walked past the SEN boys backstage, and Narrate was the one that initiated. He waved at you as you walked past. It was very, very cute. What did you, Dan, think about Narrate's performance on this map?
It's great, and I really like what Kaplan was saying, that Narrate was very secure of wanting to play the Omen on this map, wanting to be very aggressive. We've seen a lot of different versions of Sentinels, especially on who is going to be playing that initiator role. This time around, it was
Poor network connection. Have 2 gigabytes of fiber.
Depending on who is going to be that initiator for him. So now as you go into the second map, things change a little bit more, but you can expect that same aggression for Narrate. I just thought it was great, especially because imagine you're not playing a Sentinel, you have a little bit of some utility to delay. It's going to be the Omen, it's going to be the KO, and it was great.
I mean, it wasn't perfect though.
Well, speed test's not giving me any issues here.
It's a great little, what is, I mean, low buy, here we go.
I'm at 2.2 gigs down.
A little bit dicey for Sentinels at some point.
Yeah, I mean, on this round, like, I remember when you watched it, I was like...
And 2.4 gigs up.
Space like this because Bank had a lot of rotation coming on, and
with a 2 ping.
Like, he could like bunker himself and like win a lot of time and just keep the backside.
I don't get what's going on, man.
Give them a lot of space.
It's funny, Archangel. I like the vibe of Twitch. I like how it goes. But man, TikTok is making it hard not to essentially be a 100% streamer there. I really don't know.
So they couldn't go heaven or like cross backside, and they won a lot of rounds like this.
Well, I can't wait to see what resolutions XLG can come up with for map 2, and this is what Havoya had to say.
I seem to only have issues on Twitch.
Actually quite impressive on that map. It feels like it was just a little bit close because you brought the score really, really close, especially since the team was getting some momentum going into their attacking half. What do you think was missing in the team in order to be able to do more against Sentinels?
I think we were missing beliefs. I think my team didn't believe they can hit map 1, so we couldn't show up. Like, we finally can win Sentinels, and I hope Lotus is gonna be a different case. So let's see.
Hopefully you guys can make a comeback. Good luck.
I just got another alert that my frames dropped.
NRG that would really back themselves against SEN on Lotus.
I don't get it, man. It's so like, it's actually kind of disheartening, really. It's kind of disheartening. Be right back. I'm gonna go cry.
They could risk their entire year of next year onto this match. They have to play Ascension if DRG win their next game.
We always talk about elimination and the stakes of that elimination, but they also have that just being able to play in BCT next year, having the chance and the possibility of it not happening because Sentinels gets to win here. So they have a lot more pressure to deal with, and yeah, it's a little bit concerning because you need to come out with that mentality of knowing that you can win these series, and it's not going to be easy on Lotus as well. Sentinels is incredible on this map. They played against XLG this map 2 times in Toronto, and they won both times too.
Yeah, let's take a look at agent select here. I mean, XLG, why not? Why not? What do you make of this comp?
I mean, right now, like, are they starting defense? I don't know. They're starting attack, so it's gonna be like really hard for them actually. I think they're gonna have to contact a lot of spaces and like play the raw duels because they don't have that many abilities to take the spaces. Like, they have a lot of like defensive abilities, so like they're gonna play a lot of duels and like secure the rounds on where they have the space first, because they cannot do a lot of seesaws on the map. They cannot like come back to RC and stuff like this, because once they use a lot for space, they have to lock down there.
They have a few interesting walls that we've seen in the post plan that they can bring back. But I mean, that's gonna be that second half.
They have to win here, Pansy and Hypok. Otherwise, their future in VCT is gonna be down in the gutter.
Yeah, if it wasn't already pressured enough to be an elimination game at a Champions, you add into the fact that career is potentially on the line. Now, Mike, we could talk to death the ins and outs of this map, these compositions, but I want to start on the emotional sort of approach to this. It's worrying me what I'm hearing from XLG.
Yeah, it really is. It's not the way you want to hear a team talk about them. We're talking about Raga being, I mean, very candid with what he's saying about himself, but also to check in there from the outside looking in, it's not how you expect a team at Champions to be talking about themselves. And let's say, they just went 13-10 on map 1.
Right now it's fine. Man, I just got a frame drop thing. Frame drop alert.
That's got me a little worried. But let's see
Bro.
how this looks. I quite like the Sage. I don't think Raga was looking to be where he is now, but Zelsis can allow the funnel to go forward. He doesn't look phased by it yet. The paranoia has to come in, and he still stood his ground. Maybe a little too long. At the same time, John QT's fallen.
Nice, huge.
There he is. Look, Zekken had a quiet map 1. But if this is the tempo he comes back in with, it will be a quick reminder. And I loved hearing about what Narrate was, well, the coach was talking about Narrate in that regard.
Oh!
Up his own number, and it's a clear
All right.
from SEN. I like this. If Narrate's feeling confident in the roles he wants to pick, going in on that Omen in map 1 there, this is a good look for them. And XLG, it feels like we're on very polarizing sides here. Confidence on one side and a lack on the other.
We're on thin ice. And that's even to say Narrate being the one on Sentinels to say, yeah, we had some confidence issues on stage. And that these 2 kills. I mean, using the paint shell ahead of this as well, gets it on the reset, so makes it even easier on the way in. Actually, credit to Zelsis, surviving long enough that XLG had to commit the paranoia, which wasn't the initial plan. They wanted to get in with the wall, overwhelm whoever's on site here, and maybe have the paranoia as a further tool at their disposal. But yeah, obviously in this first half, they're going to live or die by the util. With this sort of composition, it requires a lot of commitment from some of these individuals.
Another frame drop alert. I don't know. Do I just end the stream?
Like I said, we're going to see some funky walls for sure, but what we saw in map 1, it doesn't necessarily play towards the strengths that we did see. Check here from the right outside B, didn't catch. Put the rotation in motion, but now obviously a Prowler in response, maybe keep him and John QT interested at least. Second in a position to farm, but
Yo, how does he get out?
really slowed down on his way. Actually gets tangled to Happy Way.
Yeah. Coconut looking a little worse for wear as well. So does now have the help coming in from Narrate. Up and over the wall he goes. Maybe not intentional in that, but Zelsis actually to catch Raga. Oh man, this is brutal. What?
Coconut's underneath the scope.
How's he managed that one? It's now into a 3v2. They've made something out of nothing. Now, will it get wrapped up with a bow though? Let's find out. John QT within touching distance. Oh, that ain't pretty. So Noman's got a chance here. Eats the paranoia, but doesn't lose his cool. My God, where do you run to? Most of it's walled off. It's happened. Spike and a missed shot. It's not good enough.
All right, go get the better guns. Go get the better guns.
Yeah, I mean, only bringing 2 out there. If they can retrieve the Bulldog, I think they're slowing down now the defuse to make sure they have got that in hand.
Always with XLG in these sort of rounds, though. They are so good when it gets just, like, weird.
Almost looks like it goes through the knee of Happy Way. Argo, unfortunately. Ankle broken on the way in here by the util. Yeah, you could say. I mean,
Shameful
secondary
performance.
Objective here, 1 out by XLG. Yep. Going to keep Sentinels in check in terms of the finances. Considering, the full force behind this.
Yeah, big investment from Zekken as well.
John QT's going to struggle outside of a weapon, though. Pass one across, so maybe to spread the funds.
Paranoia paint shell. No. See smoke and a paint shell going to go in. Oh,
that's got a pre-fire there. It was like jump spots into the spam. Ball retrieval on opposite sides of the map here for both teams. SLG looking to create a little bit of pressure outside C, but again, this composition, you don't expect Sentinels to be chomping at the bit after that first jump peak. The final destination might be B site, though.
They've worked the map, but...
Oh.
That's the Raga we've been waiting for! Mechanical beast! Couple more of those, and who knows where this game goes.
Contact swing just falling apart for Sentinels. Trying to find their way towards C once more, will be slowed down, but Zeus is caught very early on. Flash actually catching, but not sure if Happy Ray was impacted by that.
30 seconds left. 5 alive for XLG.
Yeah, it's not fine. I'm getting alerts every couple minutes here about frames dropping. Really?
Very comfortable staying alive on site before, so you're starting to see the idea.
It actually says I'm offline on Kick right now. Oh, okay, it reloaded.
Fair play, but the second the snap, oh, it was tasty. I just want to see more of that from him, right? Like, that's the thing.
Again, for somebody that's saying they're
Oh
struggling
yeah,
with their
this is
their
pretty terrible.
faith in their own ability, and I mean the biggest concern really being, I wasn't really listening to my teammates, and I think he said, did he say I played like a bot?
I think so.
Like, again,
I think so.
Different kind of bot on display here in this round.
Yeah. That's getting a straight report.
What's weird is it seems to be fine on YouTube. How does that make sense?
So much freedom. Like, there's no support going to see anytime soon, right? You've got to wait on the players who comes from A. Here we go. I'm sure we'll see this one again. Yeah. Okay.
The second's not late to this either.
No, good timing on the swing. This is the layering we were looking for in the earlier round. They weren't able to do with the wall.
Yeah, fully caught by the...
Do I just end the stream? Call it a day?
Well, pay attention, I guess, is the big thing. Does this continue? Is there still depth and life in XLG? How much confidence does this give them? I like how they look here. Unorthodox, yes. Early control towards Rubble. Coconut still going to show that he is here. But in the meantime, you can see the work towards Mound coming in. Very much looking to punish Zelsis over and over, who is only on a
Now Raga has res.
Problematic hold here towards C. Trying to deal with some of the utility outside XLG. Similar sort of approach here. We're going to see a probe sent out once more towards B. Just be all in.
Same thing. See the adjustment already from Zelsis, though. Going to tuck towards the box and play close. Kind of has to. Did get caught in the net.
What is John doing?
Very unaware, it feels like. Very not used to dealing with this. And yet, it is unorthodox. It's a very different site take.
Yeah, but this is where you then talk about the actual utility that XLG have. You don't want to commit towards those sort of side positions, especially with the wall is the curveball. All right, does catch Coconut though. I think just showing a hand there as he pulled out the smoke. Slowed down here with the trap.
Post-spawn util is rotten, isn't it?
Yeah.
Layers to this. Paranoia looking like it was going to be thrown towards site itself. Yeah, it is. And great timing from Narrate, who's
No.
close on that one. Valiant attempt, but XLG, you let him get that spike down, Mike. I'm worried.
My concern would be in some of the buy rounds now if Sentinels try and find something outside Mound. Maybe reposition Zekken towards this side of the map. Like I said, I mean, Zeus is staying alive here, but it makes it so hard for the second and third player coming through from Sen to try and give him some support. They're walking into an absolute slaughter.
I'm glad he didn't burn the ult there.
Raga now, though, this is 2 rounds. He's got 2 massively impactful kills
back
as well.
out.
I shouldn't have done French. Oh, didn't go well for Zelsis there either. NT. This is when my
as well.
It's when my fear of what I don't say what happened on Haven before to Giant X. I don't think it's the exact same scenario, but the ability to adapt and identify what's happening was a big problem. It felt like kind of playing against that breach in the way it was happening. I didn't like it. Now, this is a very new look, right? They are not used to playing against this clearly, so they don't get their same lines they get to run. They have to learn on the fly here, Sentinels. This puts them under a bit of pressure. Yeah, there'll be a bit of tape on this though. It's not the first time you'll see this.
No,
but
it's prepped out of their wheelhouse.
Yes, absolutely.
The protocols change entirely. Like I said, these sorts of positions Zelsis is playing usually, I mean, I love the Vice on this map, and it's usually so good in terms of holding some of these flood. Not necessarily rush XX, but kind of all in and fairly linear. Right, going to get shut down here, and no real chance for Sentinels to get anything going.
This is nice.
Yep. Flawless will come through here. XLG up to 3.
I'm going to be honest. I quite like what we're seeing. I really do. Now, obviously, this was up against what? I think Sheriff's mostly across the board. Now, I think this then just puts my eye towards the adaptation, right? How well can they learn on their feet?
Nice pivot. We're good.
The issue is with this comp as well, like, you see the Sage Wall somewhere, XLG can really tap into some misdirection.
Absolutely.
Once they've kind of made center, what was I saying?
Yep.
Get Zekken over here, and it'll be around where XLG aren't actually stacked up here. I was concerned previously, there was like 5 drifting towards Mound immediately. If Sentinels were a little sloppy on their execution, could have been a massive concern, but the stars align. Get themselves Mound control and probably have a good feel for the map here. Not necessarily any confirmation from XLG, but Spycam maybe caught something.
Zelsis does have ult as well. Going to be respecting the util and falling back a little bit, right? 3-man stack on the cross. Building towards site now. They got to get ready. Pop the ult from Noman. Going to clear backside. Find nothing for it. But still, the site is looking likely for the plant.
Dude, no way.
Could have been better. Coconut going to catch Narray, who wanted the ult on top.
Again, catching everybody but 2, I think. So 3 pistols or secondaries in hand for XLG.
But it's only Zelsis going looking, right? Like, this is a very individual effort.
No way.
Calculated.
They almost rotated away from this, expecting everybody to peel away from sight. 30 seconds left. No plant coming just yet.
Oh, Noman's in trouble here. Still fine, actually. Has to try and carve his way out, but he's bought time with the lovely little C's on that nade there. Goes back for a second glance. Maybe a touch too confident on that, but Zekken is still alive. Took a big chunk of damage, though.
Yeah, HP and util advantage so for XLG.
And if they need it, Raga's still got that res.
Yep.
Right, if it gets dicey, and I think they know they've done enough here. This worries me with Sen. This really worries me. I said, when they're out of their comfort zone, when they're out of that wheelhouse, they need that good leadership, that good touching base. I want to see an early timeout as well.
Yeah, you talk about that, but also in this regard, you need a couple of essential players to do what they occasionally do, which is, you know, go toe-to-toe and get a 3K, get a 4K to really shut down something. We're not really seeing any standout performances.
This is really weird. On kick, it's, for me, it's super late.
Everybody on the same page.
It's round 3.
Zekken a little slow to start, but picked up towards the end of it. Here, we need somebody to really go forwards for Sentinels.
Why is my YouTube having no issues?
Oh, God, a second away. 10 HP already at that point, too. Yeah, a bit of a misread, it looks like there. But, again, the thing with Sentinels is they are a team who can beat the odds themselves, right? How many times do they do that lower bracket run? How many times do they over-deliver when we've been pretty down in the dumps about some of their regular season performances in the past? They can excel, but they do need a player or 2 to step up to that player. Be it a second, be it a bang, be it Narray. I don't really care who it is.
I think they are a team because of what we've seen historically, that you can apply a little further scrutiny in terms of wanting Narray to again, Narray, going to screen right now, capable of superstar performances.
Hands down.
And then we come and see Zekken and Narray aligned towards the middle of the pack for Sentinels.
Well, yeah, I just got another alert. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Bye, everybody. It looks like I'll never stream on Twitch again. Bye, everybody.